नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा ही है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा ही है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this webinar of Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai presented by the management of Franchise India with an aim to introduce you with a new business opportunity every day at 12 o'clock. Today also we have joined with the same aim to introduce you with a great business opportunity. And the special thing is that today we are going to share an international business opportunity for all of you. But before we'll start and take it over, let me just run you through with the Q&A process. If you have any questions during the webinar, I would request you to please type your question and leave into the Q&A box. We will take up all your questions post our presentation. I request you to avoid raising your hands and type your question in for the Q&A box. We will take up all your questions post our webinar in the end, and we'll provide you the answer in the live webinar itself. With this, I would like to give the lead to our CEO of Fran Global, Ms. Venus Bara. She has worked and lived in over 50 countries and having a great exposure of the world over 2 decades. I would like to welcome all the panelists who have joined us here. Our today's brand is Australia's famous brand called Hello Harry. I would like to request Venus to take the lead of today's webinar and introduce our participant with the brand and take it forward. Over to you, Venus.
Thank you so much, Neha, and good afternoon, everyone who has, and of course, good evening to our guests joining in from Australia. It's about 5:30 in the evening in Australia. It's 12 o'clock here. And yeah, I think welcome everyone. It's always a privilege to host this session, which is the #1 webinar platform in the world, which our team have built, where we launch a brand every day. It helps us, it helps our brands, it helps our franchising community, our partner community to be able to amalgamate and try and connect with people with the opportunities, and that's what we are all about. So yes, so I'm very, very excited today. Before I bring in Bo, who has kindly joined us, I know he's very busy for this session. Let me try and set some perspective because as Neha mentioned, we are an international oriented international market entry firm. So we are Fran Global. So I am representing Fran Global, and Fran Global, what we do is we actually work with brands across the world. We love that part of our business, and try and connect with them, help them to build the business in international markets. Of course, India is our home market. We are from India, but Fran Global has now offices in 10 different countries. And so we are now actually become a really cross-border organization. So anyone who is here in the Zoom community, I know we are live on YouTube. If you are looking to take your brand internationally, if you're looking to buy an international brand, if you want to explore this more, please reach out to us at Fran Global. We'll leave, of course, our details in the session. So today's opportunity, Hello Harry's, we have been working with them for a while now, is an interesting opportunity. It is part of a segment which already is very massive in especially in India, since we have Indian investor community here with us. So if burgers and sandwiches is 31% of the overall quick service industry in India, and so it's massive, right? And if you see, and I was talking to Bo right before this session, that what Hello Harry's represent today is what we call, the way it has happened in the coffee industry, where you had the first waves in the 50s and the second waves with the Starbucks, and now there's a third wave, which is specialty coffee. I think Hello Harry's also is like a third wave in the what we call the sandwich burger business, which is, it's not just about getting just maybe a frozen patty and just, but it's about a better product. It's about a better experience. It's not just stuffing food in your face, but also a lifestyle business. And I think a brand like Hello Harry actually takes pride in that. It was founded in 2014 out of that in Australia, where it's such a competitive market, but they have been able to build a meaningful business over there. And now, of course, the idea is to take those brand values, brand IP, and system, and introduce them in international markets, because even in India also, and again, I love burgers. I think guilty as charged. I love sandwiches. So does my family. So we order from lots of places. So in India now, there is a gourmet burger market. There are many players in domestic business who have founded, like Mr. Zorawar Kalra has a brand. And there, if you go and want to eat a proper burger, it's not cheap. That one burger is almost about 800 to 900 rupees. So that's almost like 10 to 11 US dollars. And if you add maybe more fries or stuff on it, it is, I mean, typical cost would be about $15. So India already is now working with this category, niche category, in a very big category is already coming up. So it's a very interesting space. And bringing in Hello Harry's is to bring in the quality, bringing that USP, bringing in that lifestyle brand, which is from Australia, to our to people in India who appreciate this. Again, so I think it's very important that in a business like Hello Harry's, not everyone is our customer. I think that's very important to know. For people who are looking to invest into lifestyle brands, you need to know who your client and customers is. So we are looking for people who are, who already are in that what we call top tier of India one, traveling, working in MNCs, and don't mind, let's say, dropping 1,000 to 1,500 rupees for a proper meal. It's a proper meal. It's a proper restaurant. So that's what the brand is, and very excited. So we are looking for. I will now get Bo. Bo is the director of operations in Australia, and will be talking about the story of the brand, how they originated, and how the brand has been built in Australia, which is such a competitive market, and how they see this, how they see this brand being developed now outside Australia. And then we've also done some calculation on the financials. So I have my colleague Nikita, who would kind of give you an idea about how does a store setup look like. But mostly, we are not looking for single unit partners, because it just doesn't, it's not meaningful. So we're looking for partners who want to build this at least in a specific territory. And and mostly people who already are running some kind of brands. So that's what I would say. I'll now invite Bo to kind of come in. Bo, you'll be helped by Sakshi. She will put up the presentation. But please come in, and we look forward to hear from you about your journey with Hello Harry's.
Hi there, how are we?
Very good.
Hi, my name's Bo. I'm the National Director of Operations. I've been with Hello Harry directly for 3.5 years. Previous to that, I was actually consulting for Hello Harry through National Food Services. So essentially, I looked after the supply chain for a large national wholesaler. So I've had quite a lot of dealings with Hello Harry from its beginnings 10 years ago, back when the brand got started. The brand was essentially brought on by a two-hat awarded chef, the founder of the brand. He looked at the market and realized that there was a lot of American food. There's a lot of interest from the consumers regarding American food, but there wasn't any quality products available. There was the generic McDonald's, etc. But he would come from a fine dining background, and he knew that he could produce a better product than the Americans could in Australia to the local market, and do it in a cleaner way. So after weeks and weeks and weeks of traveling around America, trying all the different brands and all the highs and lows of the American food, essentially came back and came up with the brand Hello Harry based on the philosophy of using fine dining chef concepts in a manner that any apprentice could portray. So from that part forward, a food Bible got presented, and that got delivered in a manner that all the apprentices could make. Step 1, step 2, step 3, using real food, using real ingredients to produce a product that you would expect to see in a fine dining restaurant in a casual environment. So Hello Harry forms, as was mentioned, a lifestyle brand. Hello Harry is a place that you would walk past a generic restaurant or generic QSR to come to Harry's, because Harry has got a vibe. Harry's has got a story to tell. Harry's has got a product that has a unique taste, because every ingredient is something that's has a story. It comes from a place. It gets made in store. And it has a unique flavor because we make our own seasonings, we make our own sauces, we produce our own products, whether that's the proteins in our own manner. And not every protein's available or necessarily available to every market, but we do have a lot of options available, which we sell currently in Australia, where we do the American style smash patties using the Rolls Royce of beef from Kilcoy abattoirs. We marinate our own chicken, and we do fried chicken. We slow cook pork and do pulled pork, and then we also slow cook brisket. A vegetarian side of things, plant-based and vegetarian is a movement which is growing quite rapidly, and we're seeing some strong volume there. So hand roasted vegetables, creating a unique recipe that's essentially different to anyone else.
Sure. So that's great, Bo. Bo, you want to take people through this brand brochure to kind of give them more
absolutely.
How store looks like, and so I guess that will give them a better visual sort of aspect of the brand, if that's okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Sakshi, if you can put your screen on full screen, and then Bo can talk about as you scroll through the presentation. Sorry about that. We just having some tech issues. Can you scroll this through? No. Can you stop your screen? I'll share my screen. Sorry about that. Let me see this. Here you go. Play from start. Here you go. Okay, so of course this is start with this. You want to talk about this, Bo?
Yeah, so just this gives a bit of an overview of the type of food that we produce. As you see, we have a beautiful brioche bun. It's made by an exclusive baker for us here in Australia. It's something that they produce in a format where the product can be ambient, chilled, and frozen. It's a product that's as true to a French brioche as it can be, in a cost that's very affordable. This bread, for example, is something that would hold up against any brand in the country in regards to quality, and we've got market leading pricing on that, as well as that the baker also makes a vegan sourdough bread, which is second to none. We have gluten-free buns and also wraps. So, there's options there for anyone if they would like a burger, a sandwich, a wrap, or even a gluten-free option. Everything else on that page, it's handmade food. We have a variety of different stores currently in Australia. We have 15 stores. We're growing quite rapidly at the moment from a small brand. We have doubled in the last 3 years. So, we've got another 3 stores in the pipeline at the moment, which we're currently rolling out. I guess our biggest point of difference, as I said before, was our product that speaks for itself. When you put our product in regards to size, in regards to quality, in regards to taste, in regards to flavor up against any product in the market, it speaks for itself.
That's great.
It's
one question, Bo, in terms of people who come and buy food at your stores, what kind of people are these? These are generally professionals, families. But because you are in a very competitive space, like burger market is massive in Australia, and it's very competitive also.
definitely.
So what kind of people actually really sort of make this business?
Yeah, the biggest chunk of our market is aged between 25 and 40. It's a more of a mature market compared to some of our competitors.
Yes.
Our brand is very casual and it's funky and cool, so it does blend itself to a mix of markets. We do have uplifting music in store. We do have funky, like artistic murals on the walls. We do have furniture where it can be adapted to suit large groups or individuals. So I'd be lying to say we have one demographic, because we don't. We have a mixed demographic, but the majority of the people that return business customers are those that are having an active choice. They're actively taking their families, their friends, their colleagues to our venue over the generics, because they're cautious about what they put in their bodies. They want to eat real food. They don't want to eat something with high preservatives, something that's mass produced, something that they'll feel heavy in their stomach afterwards. They're actually making an active choice to pay a little bit more for a product that's quality that they probably couldn't produce themselves at home. A lot of the generic foods that I see in the market, it's essentially something you can buy off a supermarket shelf, deep fry and eat. There's really nothing special about it. Our products are simple but very, very unique. It's something that we can emulate in store at a very cheap cost, but it's something that we stand behind. We stand behind our ingredients. We stand behind our processes. So we've got 1 foot in the casual, 1 foot in the quality, and I think we've balanced the best of both worlds quite well.
That's great. In fact, that age bracket, 25 to let's say 40, 45, in India also, this is the age bracket which is consuming almost 50% of India consumption. These are the people who are, so I think this is because these are the people who are earning and going out, spending money on everything. So I think that really can be related to our market landscape. Another question, is there a part of delivery in the business? Is that a meaningful share? Or a majority of the businesses, people coming into the stores and or takeaway?
Yeah, I guess going through COVID over the last 3 years, we've seen an evolution of the brand. Primarily prior to COVID, we were 80% dine-in customers. In saying that, there is a mix. 80% is a breakdown of customers that come into store to collect and take away. We have a pretty strong following for delivery commission options, such as Uber Eats, DoorDash, Menulog, where the food will get delivered to the houses, which was very, very popular over that COVID period. We have really unique electronic systems which integrate into our system. So We have our own app, so customers can order directly with us, so we can have our loyal followings, as well as those generic delivery platforms. We saw numbers as high as 30% during the COVID period, but in general, we've seen that return back into store. Customers wanting to come into store to have that experience.
I think it's going to be something, again, very similar. Again, we are two different markets, but I think the business matrix actually is very similar. So I think it'll be same, about 20-25, maybe 30% might be jump, because in India, sometimes, especially if, like, most of Hello Harry's will be in the premium locations. And so people buy from you, already know you, and they can choose to kind of, get delivered. So delivery would be about 25%, 30%. But yes, we have to build beautiful stores where people, in fact, our stores in India would be even elevated in terms of experience than Australia, because of the way the market works. But I guess it will be a split between about 75-25 in delivery and dine-in.
Yeah, I think we're quite fortunate with our brand that we have the ability to operate as primarily a QSR, to operate as a bar, to operate as a restaurant, or as we have in Australia, a combination of all of the above. Something that excites us is to get guests in so they can go on the journey with us. They can have part of the experience. We can sell them, we can upsell them to the premium deluxe products that we supply in store. We can serve them, beer. We can serve them cocktails. We can serve them loaded shakes, which is becoming really popular for takeaway aspects as well. So there is an element of an experience that we can sell when we have them in store. But in saying that, we understand that there is a market for takeaway, and not everyone wants to eat out every night. So our system and our processes can adapt very quickly to either option. So yes. Yeah,
no, that's important. So I think adding a bar menu to your food menu, in our market, it doubles your ticket size. Yes, you have to go through hoops in terms of licensing, but it really adds a meaningful top line to the overall PL of the restaurant. So I think it's important for our audience and people who will watch this later that Hello Harry has the levity to just become we can do without the bar menu. But if you have the ability to get the license, I think then the business figures would really make a lot of sense. I'm not sure if Nikita has built those bar capex and bar PL in our workings, but I think Hello Harry, with its product combined with maybe even a limited bar menu, you might not serve hard liquor. If you just serve beer and wine, even then the business really kind of the top line looks really interesting. And I think in a market like India, where ticket size sometimes can be, it's a thing which you need to work on. I think adding a bar really makes it very interesting.
Yeah, I think the visibility and the feel of a bar is always something that's unique, but it's not necessary. Hello Harry as a brand is very strong food orientation. All those other options, whether you choose the full range of the proteins available, whether you take on the alcohol component, whether you leverage our unique desserts or our loaded shakes or our mixed drinks, all of those things are essentially an add-on and an ability to tell more of a story about what we're about. Whether it's relevant to all markets is something to be discussed.
I think I agree, and it will be a mix here as well. In some locations, it makes sense to add, because see, one thing which everyone would understand, especially in the audience here, I'm sure it's same in Australia, is the rental part is really heavy. I know in Australia, your labor cost is really massive, but in my market, labor is still reasonable. But the rentals are literally very, very high. So adding a bar menu, like having beer and wine, really kind of helps with justifying that cost of rent. But otherwise, yes, the product has to stand on its own. Otherwise, there is no business. Okay. So do we want to add anything? I know there's a lot of you want to talk about the menu. I think you spoke that it's not just burgers, but you have a full menu of desserts and everything,
Yeah,
right?
so we have some recent updates we probably haven't updated you with. We've only just rolled it out. We've rolled out a new menu which is live on our website. We do have quite a vibrant website, and it does outline everything that that we promote to the Australian consumer market. Something that's a little bit new for us is the gourmet sandwiches. It's something that I guess could be labelled as something that's a little bit more orientated towards lunch dishes, or even more female friendly options. One of those options is a steak sandwich, which takes that level from a generic burger restaurant to more of a restaurant dish, which is a gourmet steak sandwich. We have a club sandwich, and then we also have a crispy chicken sandwich, which is a proven dish in America. They're new additions to the menu. We also have wraps, which are available for essentially any burger that we have on the menu. It allows for those that want the perception of something that's a little bit lighter. We've also included the vegan sourdough option, which is available on all our burgers and options. In regards to sides, we've implemented chicken wings, so buffalo chicken wings. We've kept the staples that work. Our buttermilk crispy chicken, our onion rings, which are a fantastic product. We have our coated chips, which have our unique seasoning, which is different to anyone else's seasoning on the market, and it's something that's a real big deal for our consumer market, because we feel we've got the best chips on the market. I know chips might seem like a simple thing, but for our consumers, it's something they're pretty passionate about. And then we've obviously got our mix of beverages. So we've expanded our cocktail menu. We've expanded our handmade milkshakes, thick shakes to loaded shakes. And we've also got beer towers now. So it's more of an interactive experience for groups of people that want to have a drink together, can have a beer tower. So yeah, we highly recommend people to have a look on our website and get a bit of an understanding of our brand, which is, with the introduction of the menu, we've also introduced a new branding exercise with our fit out. So we've gone more authentic with our original fit out. When we first opened our original store, with a lot more an industrial look, we've gone back to more of a 60s, 70s funky bar perception, with the old school green tiles and the recycled timber look. So yeah, we'd be interested to pitch that to you and to those parties that are interested. The 3 or 4 stores that we've just rolled out in the last month with the rebrand.
Absolutely. And of course, you spoke about fries. Everyone is very, very passionate about fries. I think good fries actually, elevate your meal in a manner that very few things do. So if you say you have the best fries, I mean, I want to try them. So it's a very big advantage to do good fries, because it's a very simple product, but it's such hard to pull off. So that's great. No, I think it should definitely give a sense of what the brand is about. I will ask my colleague, I'll stop share. I'll ask my colleague Nikita to try and give our people here, or our audience here, just a broader sense on numbers. But as Bo validated, and as I mentioned, a brand like Hello Harry's has massive opportunity in India. And again, because our market we're not trying to sell this to everyone. It's people who would appreciate this kind of quality, who don't mind buying a $10-15 burger. But also, we're also looking for partners who are looking to develop a brand like that, who understand that this is a lifestyle business, and we have to build the brand accordingly. So, and of course, it can be a very meaningful business in 3 to 5 years. Maybe if you at least have around 5 to 10 stores under you, and because these stores would be at the best real estate in the country. So your ability to get those locations is also very important. And adding and being able to get the bar license, I think, because that really would make a sense, especially if it's a high rental location. So all these things are important. You can rely on Hello Harry team, Bo and Rob and their team to ensure that the product is A1. That the format. Talking about format, how big are typical stores in Australia, Bo?
In regards to square meterage?
The space, yes, square feet, yeah, square
Yeah.
meter.
Yeah, in an ideal scenario, between 120 and 150. So they're quite manageable stores. They're not huge stores. On top of that, we always encourage al fresco of 60 to 80 squares where possible.
Wow, that's so 1200 120 square meters will be about 1200 square feet. This is so you can put up this store in about 1500 to 1800 square feet, which is a good compact size. It's not too small, it's not too large.
Yeah,
I
we
think
have stores we have stores as low as 70 squares plus al fresco.
Sure, sure, sure. So, but in India, I think we don't want to open such small stores as of now. They would come once with there is a brand presence, brand recognition, brand validation, which has happened. The first 5 to 10 stores would be what you would call anchor locations, at locations which at least have 1500 square feet, because you do want to kind of give that experience to your customers. But yes, if after a while, once you have developed certain numbers, if you get a great location, you can put this up in 700 square feet as well. In fact, at an airport, we can really do a good Hello Harry's at Bangalore airport or a Hyderabad airport or a Mumbai airport. You can really do well. So that option is there. It's an efficient brand. Generally, in my experience, if this was a maybe an American brand, they'll be looking at a 5,000 square feet kind of a footprint, which is a very hard thing to pull off in our market. So that way, Hello Harry's is a fair sort of the size is not too small, not too big, so it can have a good throughput. And at the same time, it would have the enough room in the kitchen to kind of have the right quality of food coming in. So yes, Nikita, let's now give some sort of sense on numbers, and then we'll take some questions. So keep your questions coming up. Any questions? We are open for it, and we'll take it up right after, once Nikita share with you her sort of set of some numbers.
Sure. Thank you so much. So I'll present my screen, and I think we'll present on the commercial end, as in what we are proposing for a Hello Harry franchisee here in India. So as we also told, and what we are projecting here is that we want to have a franchise owned and a franchise operated store, where we are seeking an area somewhere close to 1200 to 1800 square feet. That's an ideal area size for our center. If we talk about the investment that would go into the particular store, could be somewhere around 1.4 to 1.5 CR as a whole, which communicates to somewhere close to 250 to 260,000 Australian dollars. If I do propose a breakup, the setup cost for the center could be somewhere close to 35 lakh rupees or $63,000. The kitchen setup, which could be somewhere around 50 lakh rupees, could include your basic setup of your equipments, your machineries, the entire backend exhaust systems, another close to $90,000. The franchise fee that the brand has been proposing is 15 lakh rupees. That translate to $27,000. Additionally, there will be a designing and training fee that is proposed at 5 lakh rupees, where the brand is going to provide you a detailed design for your store, plus the entire staff training. The other expenses, such as your AV and sound, your white goods, could be another 5 lakh rupees. the pre-opening expenses, which will include your opening inventories, your crockeries, your pots, and also the trial menu and a soft launch could be another 10 to 11 lakh rupees. The launch marketing, as per your pre-opening launch, could cost at around 5 lakh rupees. The licenses, as in your general business permits, could be another 1.5 lakh rupees. As Bio has told us that we also incorporate your bar, which could be the complete bar or maybe a beer and wine license. It could cost another 10 lakh rupees if we are taking a general beer and wine license here. Any other miscellaneous expenses could be another 5 lakh rupees. So overall, the investment would range somewhere close to 1.4 to 1.5 lakh rupees, 1.5 CR. That is the average cost to build the particular store. If we talk about our revenue, the revenue could come through your food and beverages and also the alcoholic beverages, which makes an average APC of close to 1500 rupees or 30 Australian dollars. Average monthly revenue could easily be communicated somewhere close to 40 lakh rupees, which becomes $72,000 an average. Annual revenue could be easily achieved within 4 to 5 CR or close to 860,000 Australian dollars. If I communicate in terms of what expenses could be incurred, so 6% is something you will pay the brand as a royalty on your gross revenue. The cost of goods could be somewhere close to 35% on your food and beverages and 28% on your alcoholic beverages, which actually communicates to somewhere around 30 to 34% on an average. The rentals could be close to 8 to 10% of your overall net revenue. Salaries could be close to 20 to 25%. The marketing cost that you will have to invest into your running business could be close to 4%, which is advisable. All your other operating and utility expenses could be close to 6%, where we say that an average store could optimally run on an average ROI of 80%, which makes your running EBITDA margin of 20%. The payback period for a single store could be achieved within a period of 2 years, an agreement period of 9 years. Now, because we are not seeking an individual store partner, we are seeking an area developer where we propose that an area franchisee could at least sub-franchise with a network of 15 stores, where at least they should open one store of themselves. So when we say that the rollout is targeted for 15 stores, the franchisee fee for the area developer would be close to 1 CR, which communicates to close to 180,000 Australian dollars. So this is a model that we propose for our franchisee in India.
This is my feeling that this, in terms, if you go up, Nikita, that the costing of setting up the restaurant, because I think you have taken a larger area, 3,500 square feet. So overall, if I see between civil interior and kitchen setup, there is definitely a margin to bring this cost down about 25-30%. Nikita?
Okay, so basically, this is as per the guidelines and our market standards. So obviously, if you do propose a vendor here, the cost for your civil and kitchen setup could easily be a plus or minus of 10 to 15%. So that is what we propose could be the highest that you can spend. Ultimately, the equipments are something that should be in regard to what the brand propose as an average quality and standard of equipments. But the interior fit out cost, where we propose close to 3,500 rupees, could be brought to somewhere around 3,000 as well.
Right. And also, I think people should know, and again, keep your questions coming up, we'll take them, is the contractors and suppliers will be yours. You have to, the brand, of course, will have the approval and ensuring that their standards are met. But these are going to be your local suppliers and contractors. So that cost is yours. It's not going through the brand. So that way you can see what better cost you can get. But yes, brand will ensure that the way the store looks and standards are set, their core brand is reflected into the store and the system. So yes, I think, thank you, Nikita. We'll try and take some questions. Praveen, you are asking, no, Ashish. Ashish, please confirm the area of outlets and whether need ground floor in malls and high street commercial development. Need to understand what is investment required. So, Ashish, I hope we have clarified your questions here. Praveen Devan, sure, Praveen. I think everyone who comes to India, brand already has vegetarian. And in India, we would not be a complete vegetarian menu, but yes, there will be some good options of vegetarian protein, who where we can, of course, entertain our guests who prefer vegetarian food. They have vegan, vegetarian options, both. And of course, then we have chicken, mutton, and all kinds of other proteins as well. So the answer is for sure yes. Sanjay Chawla, hi Sanjay. I think Sanjay, you already know the investment. For which locations you're looking for? So we are currently looking for partners in the metro cities. This is Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida, Chandigarh kind of cities, because this is where the data says that the market landscape of gourmet burgers is already thriving, and Hello Harry's would really do well. And so yes, I think this we are looking predominantly in the metro cities. And the way this offering is, I think you should be able to get interest from good landlords, because currently we don't have like a brand like Hello Harry's who kind of sort of takes and gives a product like this. So yes, metro cities. There's one more question. We'll take that quickly. Hi, Sanjay. One store plus one. Sanjay, yes, that's a start. Again, so I think you got that. Nikita has shared the numbers, but it's not just about this investment. I think you need to demonstrate as well that you can actually get the brand, you can train your people and run a brand like this. Yeah, so investment overall would be, let's say, about 2 to 3 crores. But I think it's not just about just investing. It's you have to be able to demonstrate with the brand that you can launch and run this in long term, because see, this is not a quick service brand. You didn't answer if the brand is offering Foco Fico. Foco Fico. No, Ashish, is just Foco Fico is just not there. The brand is not there in India. So there is no, it's a pure franchise model we are launching. There is no Fico, there is no Foco. No. So it's a pure franchise offering. There is no monthly rental fix. No, it's not that. We are not there is no Fico Fofo. I'm in Chandigarh. Hi. International brands where this kind of investment might make sense, but not with Hello Harry's. Hello Harry's is at least looking at that you should be able to build minimum 5 stores. So there, this investment impacts. You have to build teams, you have to do marketing, you have to have working capital. So, but we can help you, Sanjay, with other brands. So, Neha, if we can take the details of Sanjay and help him with options which will suit him.
Sure.
Okay, okay, right. So I think we have taken the question. So I think we are about to hit the top of the hour. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope this was helpful. If you would want to, know more about Hello Harry's, reach out to us. I've put in my details, and I think Neha already will share with you our hotline number. you can always reach out that number and send it over, and the team can organize your call with me. Otherwise, if as part of Franchise India, we have hundreds and thousands of options. So, and I think our main business is to help you sort of cross through that journey of investing into a brand and building your profile and portfolio into the franchise business. So if we can help you in that journey, reach out to us. We would love to have a talk. And if you want to or if anybody want to invest into an international master franchise, then reach out to us, and we'll love to have a chat with you. I see Bo is back again. Bo, we have
Sorry
just
about that.
finishing off. Before we go, you want to say something?
Yeah, sorry, my computer just died. I apologize for that. I've just logged back on again. Was there
No.
any questions there that you needed me to answer specifically?
I actually we had questions, but I've gone through those questions myself. So and again, we once they have our contact details, and if there's an interest, they'll reach out to us. But before we I hand it back to my colleague Neha. Anything you want to add before we go, Bo?
No,
Okay.
I'm excited to speak to specific questions regarding the brand. The brand is very real and genuine, and it's unique to the market. A lot of people try and do something different that resonates with a different clientele base. We do it in a real format that is real and genuine, and something that we're proud to produce day in, day out. So yeah, we're excited to have a chat.
Absolutely, both. Thank you so much. I know you had some tech difficulties, but that happens. But again, so we are in a world where you are from Australia, we are from India, in different parts of the country. We are able to come together and hear about an opportunity. So again, thank you so much to Bo, to our team at Franchise India, Nikita, Sakshi, Sritma, and Neha. And again, for our audience here who are watching us and later, uh, thank you being for your time and listening to us. Again, if we can help you in any which way to get a franchise business, we would love to have a chat. I'll hand it back to Neha.
Thank you so much, Venus. Thanks a lot. Thank you all the panelists who joined us today and shared so much information related to Hello Harry to our participants. Guys, I'm sure that the brand details which we have shared with you today are going to help you in taking decision for your business plan. For further details, you can reach out to Venus directly. She has dropped her number into the chat window. You can also reach out to us on our hotline number. Tomorrow again, we are coming up with a new business opportunity for all of you. As you know that we are committed in sharing a new business opportunity every day at sharp 12 o'clock. I have dropped down the registration link into the chat window. You can click on that link and you can register yourself in advance and join us tomorrow at sharp 12 p.m. to explore the business opportunity and own an immigration overseas education franchisee with Spearhead International. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you will all have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you, everyone. One more time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you.